This is a report for the gate of Capricornus. I set up the gateway pillars and lit the candles. I then visualized the gate taking form between them. Once it attained clarity, I began the invocation of Yog-Sothoth, the Lord of Portals. After this, I traced the symbol of the key in lines of white spiritual fire over the gate. I then opened it and stepped through in my astral body. In the darkness, I focused upon Hermes Trismegistus. I found myself, after a time, at a Greek temple. Before me on a white throne sat Hermes. He appeared in white robes, had short hair, wings on his boots, and glowing white eyes. He had a stern look on his face, and he stood up and walked near me. I spoke with him for a time, and then I mentioned the emerald tablet and asked if he had a night side tablet, as things in the universe have polarities and opposites. He gazed at me for a bit and then nodded. He left for a time and then returned with a tablet made of obsidian, upon which had golden letters inscribed in it. Lightning and thunder began to appear in the background, but my focus was on the tablet. I was allowed to transcribe 13 stanzas into my notebook. During the transcribing process, I saw visions associated with what I was recording. Black rites of magic, sacrifices of blood, and traversing shadowy realms and passing through unknown gates, as well as awakening hidden and potent beings of darkness and chaos. Towards the end of the transcribing process, the energy felt thick and overwhelmingly dark. When I was done transcribing the 13 stanzas from the obsidian tablet, Hermes looked at me and said, "As one can attain adepthood through the wisdom of the light, so too can one attain it through the night." I thanked him for his wisdom, and I returned to my body and allowed the gate to fade after I closed it. This was a very unexpected and interesting turn of events with the gates. It was stated that Hermes Trismegistus was a man who wrote the Hermetica, as well as the Emerald Tablets and many occult books, and magic and astrology is associated with him, as well as alchemy. The stanzas, which I have written down and recorded, I am not going to speak aloud, except for probably during rites associated with the work, for I see them as sacred. I will provide them in the comments section of this video. Part of me does not know if I should share them or if I should transcribe them into the glyphs of the vampire alphabet and then post a picture of that for people to work through and translate. I guess upon a whim I will decide what I decide to do. But right now, as usual, I'm in the grounding phase, and I'm feeling quite empowered, quite in the zone, so to speak, pretty charged up with energy. It has started raining now, and I'm also soon going to be making a recap video on some things that have changed during this time period of working these gates. But I believe that these stanzas can have a profound effect on those who read them, meditate on them, and take them seriously, and work with them. My dark brothers and sisters who work with the darker forces of chaos and the night side, this is for you. Infernal Hails.